Another Simple Favor premiered at South by Southwest this last weekend, and we have seen so much red carpet footage and premiere footage and panel footage from the one and only Blake Lively.
Why New York Times didn't give Justin Baldoni much time to respond to that smear campaign that they wrote about him. It's kind of ironic, right? They were saying, oh, he smeared Blake, but they were kind of smearing him because, as it turns out, they didn't really let him get his side of the story yet.
Justin Baldoni claims Blake Lively's publicist made him scapegoat to escape her wrath amid legal feud. Justin Baldoni argued Blake Lively's publicist, Leslie Sloan, should not be removed from the lawsuit because she made him the scapegoat just for the actress's woes.
Today, we're diving into one of the most explosive and shocking celebrity scandals of the year. A story so unexpected that it's taken Hollywood by storm. Blake Lively, the beloved actress, fashion icon, and public figure, now finds herself at the center of a major controversy. Newly surfaced hotel CCTV footage reportedly shows her involved in a series of surprising and concerning incidents.
And he kind of admitted that he thought that her version of the rooftop scene was better than his version, and he was just bending backwards for her.
The footage has spread like wildfire across social media, sparking intense debates and leaving both fans and critics in shock. The situation has escalated rapidly, with reports suggesting that Blake Lively is furious, taking drastic measures to suppress the footage while facing mounting public scrutiny.
It's just, I don't know, I feel like the internet and people really, well, also, let's be fair. Bethany Frankel saying that, talking about bullying women is rich, considering she terrorized and was terrible to every single woman on Real Housewives of New York when she was on there. She was evil to them. Ruthless and toothless and just hot mess express.
And what I saw from Justin Baldoni's side once everything was revealed was really just a defensive he was on in case she was going to come public with these accusations.
Right, which it seemed like even the plan where everyone's like, didn't you see the plan? They had the plan. It was, and I was like, but that was like a contingency plan. That was like a, we're not entirely sure if he did that or not. And even when it came to astroturfing, I was like, there's alleged astroturfing, but we don't know if that actually happened. And if it did, where's the evidence?
So, what exactly happened? What does the leaked footage reveal? And how is Blake responding to this shocking turn of events? Let's break down everything we know so far. The controversy began when a leaked CCTV video from a luxury hotel surfaced online. The footage, which has been widely shared and scrutinized, allegedly shows Blake Lively engaged in a heated confrontation with hotel staff. Reports suggest she appears to be arguing with employees, causing a commotion, and, in some parts of the video, even damaging property.
Did Blake Lively's director, Paul Feig, just prove she's lying? Also, why won't they just admit that Blake and Anna hate each other?
What's even more intriguing is that the footage reportedly captures Blake in a secretive meeting with an unidentified, high-profile individual. While the details of this meeting remain unclear, various sources speculate it could be tied to an ongoing business deal, or perhaps a personal issue she was trying to keep hidden.
Film fans spot cynical Blake Lively stunt at another Simple Favor premiere. Now, this has been updated. As you can see here, the date, the time it has been updated. It was first published at 3:04. So that's like, 3 in the morning our time. This is in the UK. I hate these ads that they have pop up. But then it was updated later on. Now, I don't know everything they updated, but I will show you. They updated this. So I took a screenshot earlier where the original title of the article was Blake Lively slammed after another Simple Favor director's wife pretends to be a fan at South by Southwest premiere. Now it looks like someone got to them and now wanted the title to change to not include the director and his wife in the title, so that when you search and you go on Google and search things, that doesn't pop up. These are the games that these people play, okay? And so someone got to the media to change this.
However, another twist in this unfolding drama has raised even more eyebrows. Actor, director, and advocate Justin Baldoni was reportedly present at the hotel that night. While his involvement remains unclear, online theories are swirling. Some speculate he may have had a direct or indirect connection to the mysterious meeting. Could he have been part of a professional discussion with Blake? Or was his presence just an unexpected coincidence?
As they're already showing, there was a ton of organic, traffic of people criticizing her. But like you said, at first it was very conspiratorial, like, oh, they unfollowed him.
Aside from Blake Lively's very colorful storytelling, I haven't seen a smoking gun or even anything. We haven't even seen a copy of an HR complaint, Dave. That to me, I'm like, how hard is it? You posted all these text messages with him and Jennifer Abel and Melissa Nathan, and you posted his alleged smear campaign contract, and you can't show me a single copy of your HR complaint or a text message that you sent to somebody?
Naturally, the internet has erupted with theories. Some fans believe Blake is being unfairly targeted, arguing the footage lacks crucial context. Others insist the evidence speaks for itself, questioning her behavior and what could have triggered such an outburst. The speculation surrounding Justin Baldoni's presence at the hotel only adds another layer to the mystery. Some sources claim he and Blake were discussing an upcoming project, while others hint at a deeper, more personal or business-related matter. But the most pressing question remains: how did Blake react once the footage went public? As the video began gaining traction, sources close to Blake Lively reported that she was absolutely furious. Allegedly, she immediately contacted her legal team, demanding every possible step be taken to have the video removed from the internet. However, despite efforts to contain the situation, the footage had already gone viral, making it nearly impossible to erase from public discussion. According to insiders, Blake's frustration wasn't only directed at the hotel for the alleged security breach, but also at her own management team for failing to act swiftly enough to control the narrative. Reports suggest she even considered filing a lawsuit against the hotel, claiming a violation of her privacy. Interestingly, insiders have also hinted that Justin Baldoni himself may have been contacted regarding the incident. Given that he was reportedly seen at the hotel that same night, questions remain. Was he merely a bystander, or did he play a larger role in the evening's events? For now, his involvement remains up for debate, but his name has undeniably been pulled into the spotlight as the media continues to dig deeper.
And he writes, just FYI, just wanted to tell you about this. Seems she doesn't want to meet intimacy coordinator until we start, which may mess up the workflow, but I can still meet with her, of course. To which the female producer writes back, that's fine if she doesn't want to meet her now. You'll just have to walk her through what you and, I guess this is the intimacy coordinator's name, but it's redacted, are thinking. Now, that helps him for sure, right? But you may say, okay, it's not entirely clear if the intimacy coordinator was there on set or not, and did Baldoni actually meet with the coordinator?
At the same time, public reaction to Blake's response has been sharply divided. Some supporters argue that she's a victim of an unjust invasion of privacy, insisting that a single outburst shouldn't define her character. Others, however, believe her furious reaction only fuels speculation, questioning whether there's more to the story than meets the eye. The involvement of another respected Hollywood figure like Justin Baldoni has only added to the fire. Many are now wondering, was his presence purely coincidental, or does he hold key information about what really happened that night? But the bigger question remains, is this an isolated incident, or has Blake been tied to similar controversies before?
The conflict began in December of 2024 when Blake Lively filed a formal complaint with the California Civil Rights Department accusing Baldoni and others, and remember he was the director and one of the stars in the film, accusing him and others of creating a hostile work environment on that film set. She alleged sexual harassment, boundary violations, even being pressured into filming a controversial naked birth scene. Lively claimed that after speaking up, she was subjected to retaliation, including what she says is a smear campaign aimed at discrediting her in the public. And the situation escalated quite dramatically, I'll add, when the New York Times published this really big report the day after Lively's complaint that included these conversations between those in Baldoni's camp about seemingly or allegedly taking down Lively.
To understand why this incident is gaining so much attention, it's important to explore the past rumors and reports surrounding Blake's behavior behind the scenes.
I can confirm this is true. Anna and Blake can't stand each other. Another simple favor was a nightmare. The crew felt it. They didn't like these two. These two, Blake and Anna, are massive divas. They both are very problematic on set, take control, want to be in charge in ways that I was told by crew from the film that it was immensely stressful and more so than typical.
For years, Blake Lively has been known as Hollywood's golden girl, graceful, poised, and seemingly scandal-free. However, those within the industry suggest that her polished public image might not fully reflect her true persona. According to various insiders, whispers have circulated about past incidents where Blake allegedly displayed a more demanding and controlling side, particularly,
and thought she seemed nice, and little did I know.
Yeah. Look at the body language experts analyze.
First of all, congrats on your little bump.
Congrats on your little bump.
What about my bump? You've got two nice ones. And they are kind of bumps, aren't they?
No, not bumps. The lovely lady lumps. Check it out.
Thank you, thank you. You like the movie? Are you a Woody Allen fan?
Most of his movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And working in
Everyone
digital.
wants to talk about the clothes, but I wonder if they would ask the men about the clothes.
I would. I love Jesse's.
some rumors suggest that Blake has had tense conflicts with staff on movie sets and at high-profile events. Others whisper about behind-the-scenes disputes that never made it into mainstream media. While these claims remain unverified, they only add to the growing intrigue surrounding the recent scandal, leading many to question whether this viral CCTV footage is merely the tip of the iceberg. Could this incident be part of a larger pattern hidden from the public eye? Or is it simply an unfortunate misunderstanding blown wildly out of proportion? Either way, one thing is becoming clear.
Baldoni claims that when production on It Ends With Us began, he and Lively were close. They quickly bonded. They shared personal stories, inside jokes. They built this, what seemed to be a positive rapport with one another, and that's important. He cites this playful exchange from May of 2023 where he appears to tease Blake Lively about her sentimental nature, to which Lively then responded in kind with self-deprecating humor. Everything looked like it was on the up and up, and these text messages are important because it appears to show that, at least at first, their relationship was lighthearted, that it was casual, that it was friendly. And that raises serious questions about whether or not Baldoni crossed the line or was inappropriate, and the claims that Lively makes about her feeling what is essentially uncomfortable around Baldoni.
And here we see this is the headline that E! News chose, which is saying that Justin Baldoni made comment on Blake Lively's boobs in 2 a.m. voice memo. So you can see how E! News framed the story, focusing on how it was Baldoni who was inappropriate here. And then you can compare it to New York Post, who's more right-leaning, and the way they actually reported on this. Their headline is saying, Justin Baldoni apologizes to Blake Lively in alleged voice note about It Ends With Us rooftop feud. I'm really sorry. That's a very different story than the one E! News wrote, just pointing it out. And then we have TMC, where you can see here rated as mixed factuality. They go for the more clickbait angle, saying that Justin Baldoni releases 2 a.m. voice note to Blake. I am really sorry. I just wanted to point out how all these three outlets are angling this same story very differently to make you guys aware of actually where and how you're getting your information.
The reaction to this controversy has been swift and deeply polarizing. Social media has exploded with debates, think pieces, and endless speculation, with hashtags related to the incident trending for days. Some fans have passionately defended Blake, arguing that she's being unfairly portrayed, that the footage is being weaponized to discredit her. Many believe this is yet another example of the media's long history of tearing down successful women in Hollywood, suggesting the scandal may be an overblown attempt.
I love Jesse's.
Right, I mean, what is the next 5 years of, well, in terms of trying, I mean, you apparently are not going to sing if you didn't think you can sing.
I sang in this movie.
Well,
Did you see the movie?
I did see the movie. But I mean...
On the other hand, critics have been vocal about their disappointment. Some argue that Blake's reported behavior is unacceptable, regardless of the circumstances. Others emphasize that celebrities, no matter how beloved, must be held accountable for their actions, just like anyone else. Meanwhile, the mainstream media has had a field day with the story. Major outlets continue to run bold headlines speculating on what this could mean for Blake's future in Hollywood. With each new development, the conversation keeps evolving. But beyond Blake Lively's personal situation, this scandal highlights a much bigger issue, one that affects all of Hollywood. This controversy serves as yet another example of how power, fame, and relentless scrutiny collide in the entertainment industry. Time and time again, we've seen celebrities placed under immense pressure, and eventually, their carefully crafted images begin to crack. Hollywood has long been a place where extraordinary success comes hand in hand with extraordinary challenges. The demand to maintain a flawless public persona.
The emotional impact of Miss Lively has been extreme, not only affecting her, but her family, including her husband and 4 children. There are days when she has struggled to get out of bed, and she frequently chooses not to venture outside in public. While she has fought to maintain her personal life and business interests behind closed doors, she has suffered from grief, fear, trauma, and extreme anxiety. She's also been experiencing repeated and painful physical symptoms as a result. Mr. Reynolds, too, has been affected mentally, physically, professionally by his wife and children's pain. Worst of all, however, has been the impact of their young children, who have been traumatized and emotionally uprooted in ways that have substantially impacted their well-being.
Blake Lively's case, whether a misunderstanding or a genuine controversy, highlights the double-edged sword of fame. On one hand, it offers wealth, influence, and admiration. On the other, it brings relentless scrutiny, where every misstep is magnified and dissected. As fans and media consumers, we have to ask ourselves, how much of this is truly about accountability, and how much is a reflection of an industry that excels at building stars up?
And she goes on to mention that the influence of Reynolds and Swift in her life is very important, stating they, again, meaning Reynolds and Swift, or seemingly, also know I'm not always good at making sure I'm seen and utilized for fear of threatening egos or fear of affecting the ease of the process. They don't give a blank about that, and because of that, everyone listens to them with immense respect and enthusiasm. So I guess I have to stop worrying about people liking me. Now, Baldoni interprets this message as a clear sign that he wasn't just dealing with Blake Lively anymore. He was now up against 2 of the most powerful and influential celebrities in Hollywood, both of whom, according to him, weren't afraid to speak up and maybe make his life difficult.
That's everything we know about this developing story so far. But now it's your turn away, and Dio, you think the viral CCTV footage is being taken out of context? Or does it reveal a side of Blake Lively the public hasn't seen before? Is this controversy justified, or is it just another case of Hollywood drama spiraling out of proportion? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.